We should definitely have the CPRS before Copenhagen. We think it's Australia's responsibility to demonstrate to the world that it is taking human-induced climate change seriously, and it also has a responsibility as a major emitter and a developed nation to make deep cuts in its emissions, at the same time as providing support to the developing nations.
We just need to have it, is the answer to that. I think I would love to see the targets rise from 5% to 25%. I'd love to see it rise further to 40% as a result of Copenhagen, but I think obviously 25% is what we're looking at. If waiting until after is going to mean that's what happens, then great, leave it till after. But we just need to make sure we have it. We need to have direction for businesses. We need to give them confidence and the knowledge and ability to start making wise investment decisions.
I think we should definitely have it before Copenhagen. I think we need to go to Copenhagen with good intentions and with something on the table. I think that obviously there's a lot of criticism of the CPRS as it stands. It's been made the politics have made it complex, have watered it down, have in many people's minds, my own included, have offered far too much to what the Greens call the big polluters. But it is a starting point, and I'm a great believer in incremental change. And I suspect that what will happen is that the evidence will mount. We will realise that the targets that we've set simply aren't adequate, and they'll be adjusted as time goes on, and the market will pick up anyway. I mean, I think we're seeing this with the RET already, that the renewable energy market is rubbing its hands together and saying, let's get going.
I don't mind having it before, as long as it's flexible enough to incorporate any changes that might come out of Copenhagen. But I think Australia should be seen to be a leader, so let's do something.
I think we should have the CPRS before, ideally. It demonstrates leadership and more of a symbolic thing. Practically probably happen afterwards, but we really need to demonstrate leadership, so I prefer it to be before.
We absolutely need to go to Copenhagen with strong targets and a CPRS bill that is more effective than the proposed bill, higher targets, less handouts to the big polluters, and is also flexible so that we can respond to new climate science.
I don't think there's a negative in having it before. I mean, we definitely would need to make amendments, but New Zealand put a scheme in place and now they're making amendments. We could definitely have a scheme with proposed minimum targets and then targets if there's a global agreement is achieved, and that means business has something to work with. They have minimum requirements they can model their scenarios on, and some adjusted requirements if there is a more stringent target, and therefore they can plan and make investments. At the moment they don't know where they stand, they don't know where to start, and particularly if they're long-term investments, they're in the dark at the moment, which is very difficult.